Thomasacho, you mentioned with great emotion the name of Father Emmanuel Telly, and you also mentioned his trip to Iraq to teach Syriac. Could you please speak a little more about him, his role in the preservation of the Syriac language?
Ever since the younger days of Father Emmanuel Telly, he loved Syriac. He went after Syriac language. Throughout his life, he was associated with the teaching, translation of Syriac literature into English and Malayalam. The translation of Syriac literature into Malayalam is invariably connected with the name of Father Emmanuel Telly. Of course, Father Placid is there, but he didn't translate much into Malayalam. Emmanuel Telly is the translator of Syriac literature for the Syro-Malabar Church. Unfortunately, it is not that much recognized by the scholarly world or the hierarchical world or lay people are ignorant about it. I was shocked for how many years of silent translation work he was doing in the dark rooms of libraries. And he writes poetry in Syriac, in English, in Malayalam. And he is talented to speak in Syriac. Not only that, he loved the liturgical heritage of his church, of course, in vernacular or in original Syriac. Unless you know the original Syriac, you will not know the vernacular. You will be mistranslating. You will be using music for some of the melodies. There are nearly 100 melodies which we have lost.
100?
Yeah. Nobody knows how many. But practically, of these Syriac melodies, 19 or 20 have been translated, or we have more or less the Syriac melodies in Malayalam. But what about the other many dozens of melodies? They are lost forever without a trace. So, Father Emmanuel is not a musician, he is a grammarian. And indeed, one of the greatest Syriac grammarians I have ever come across in the whole world.
In the whole world?
Yeah.
Wow.
Europeans, they study grammar, they write grammar, but compare his grammar, which has been reprinted by the Mananam Press for year after year. There is no substitute. Of course, Father Arethan's grammar is bigger one, but the clarity with which he explains grammar. When he knows something, he says he knows. And that is the last word of grammar, especially in South India. There might be greater grammarians, well-known scholars in the other parts of the world. But about the Indian Syriac, nobody is a greater authority than Emmanuel Telly.
Wow.
For example, when he speaks about the 2nd century pronunciation of Syriac, the whole world does not think about the importance of what he writes. He connects some particular pronunciation of Syriac in the 2nd century. Maybe church historians should think how and why this particular 2nd century pronunciation has survived only in Kerala. That is why I said Syriac, through Syriac we may be reaching a different world. So,
do you think the Syro-Malabar Church failed to acknowledge Father Emmanuel Telly? I am hearing this for the first time from you, and I haven't heard anybody else talking about him in that way. So have we failed to see who he is?
Indeed, we have failed tragically to complement somehow what I can do on my own. I approached Father Jacob Tekepan, the founder, director of CIRI, and the CIRI has already founded an Emmanuel Telly Foundation with the support of Syriac scholars from Sweden. They know Father Emmanuel Telly, but Indians do not know. And the Syriac immigrants who are interested in Syriac from the Middle East, through his papers, international conferences, or his writings, Emmanuel Telly is known to them. But the Indians, they have failed to recognize the original contributions of Emmanuel Telly. So we have given him Asleta the Hindu, the champion of all India, and Asleta means athlete, the champion of India. Here, India means Indian Christianity, champion of Indian Christianity. Originally, it was established by Father John Bosco, Guru Yohananda. And after his death, since I inherited his enthusiasm and his manuscripts and much of his intellectual interest in Syriac studies, I thought it my duty to revive what he has started in the 1960s. In those days, awards were rare. Nowadays, hundreds of awards are given by ecclesiastic authorities. But Father Guru Johan established it. So I thought no other name is better suited than Father Emmanuel Telly, a co-worker, almost a classmate and a lifelong friend and fellow traveler in monastic lifestyle. They came from the same village, they studied together, they lived together, they share the same Syriac spirit. So I decided to re-establish the Asaleta, the Hindu, and give it to Father Emmanuel Telly, and just given to him. And Father Tekeba will establish Emmanuel Telly Foundation. What has the Syro Malabar Church done for Father Emmanuel Telly? The Bedjans breviary has been translated 90% into English by Emmanuel Telly at the insistence of then Literary Commission Chairman Mar Chitlepalli. But I know the misery of Father Emmanuel Telly for the period of translation. Sometimes in the middle of the night, sometimes when he was sick, he might be traveling to Kottayam to ask a clarified doubt, a grammar point, etc. I was always edified by the true scholarly spirit of Father Emmanuel Telly. He never thought that he should be acknowledged. He loved his church, and through loving the Syriac language, he was serving the church. But church might reconsider, I hope, one day about his services.
After listening to you, I feel even the government of India should have honored him.
Surely, government of India recognizes the promotion of minority languages. From my viewpoint, the minority language for which the constitution extends to the Christian community is the legal right upon which we cling on during crisis. We are a minority religion, okay, but we have a cultural heritage through Syriac language, which came in the third millennium BC, 3000 years back, in the 10th century BC. So, as Professor Segard, Jewish scholar, said, if we neglect 3000-year-old tradition, what will be left in the cultural horizon of India? It has become part and parcel of Indian identity. So it is not just Christian.
Yeah.
Every Indian Christian Indian citizen should try to promote and study and encourage, preserve this minority language. Because no other world language has been so influential in India, especially in South India, for so long period. Malayalam was not there, even Tamil was not there as the present language. Any of the modern Indian languages were not there on the scene when Aramaic came. So such a long period of history should not be neglected.
Okay. So you mean to say, by honoring Father Emmanuel Telly, the government of India will be honoring its own history and heritage?
It will be most welcome thing to do, but church has to do its role, play its role so that the government might know what he has done. Very often scholars like Emmanuel Telly are known only in small circles, not because they are not relevant to the world. Unfortunately, our world has been involved in trifles, trivial matters. We fail to see the face of a scholar, and he is a luminary.
Wow. I see that you become emotional. So you mean to say, by honoring Father Emmanuel Telly, the government of India will be honoring its own history and heritage?
It will be most welcome thing to do.